Frank, it's a while since you've had to sort of pick the team up after a defeat. What's the reaction been like?
Yeah, good. It's it happens in football. We've been on an amazing run, so it's important that we realise what we've been doing. We've got a really tough game coming up. Derby was quite a specific game, so all focus onto Sunderland.
You spoke after the game about being level-headed. I mean, is that something particularly as we sort of enter the run-in, if you like, that you need to get the players to do when people, perhaps like us, get excited with every win and loss? To try and
Yeah, I guess so. I'm experiencing these things. I've been in this situation, specifically in the Championship, played a lot of years and managed in Premier League, Champions League, that you'll take hits along the way. It's very normal, and being robust and resilient in those moments is absolutely par for the course. You'll see it in the running, not just ourselves, every team in the fight for playoffs and automatic and relegation. It will be very, very similar. Sometimes how strong you are in those moments is as key as anything.
And you're still in the top 6 of 10 games to go. You'd have settled for that?
I'd have settled to be in the top 12 when I come in. That's where we were looking, where are we in the league. So to get to where we got is a great thing. We have to reset again a little bit with our mindset and thought process. Will we stay in the playoffs all the way to the end? Who knows? Maybe not. But can we keep fighting to try and get in there for sure?
Because the next 3 games, I know you've got an international break in between, but the next 3 games are all against top 4 teams, so this will be a real test, won't it, of the team?
Yeah, and Derby was against the second from bottom team, so it makes no odds. Do you know what I mean? It's the nature of the Championship. You respect all opponents. They bring difficulties, and of course these are 3 good teams we're going against, but we also have to believe in ourselves that we can compete against this level of team. In our form since I've been here, we showed that we are competing with the top 4. Purely by points and performance. So now it's time to go head to head with a few of them.
When you look at the league, and say the top 3 and to an extent the top 4 have pulled away from the rest, do you think there's that bigger gap between those 4 and the rest of the league in terms of quality?
Well, I think if you look at teams that have come down from the Premier League and the squads they have and the power that they have to add to the squad or adjust their squads as they come down, not just this season, in the last 5-10 seasons, I think has shown how many teams can come up without the parachute payments, not so many. So that's an obvious conversation that I know we have with the league about sort of the balance of it. But at the same time, you work with what you got as well as you can do to try and bridge the gap. And as I say, since we've been here, we have competed on that level. So it's important to try and believe in that, trust in that, and continue with that.
And Sunderland next. I mean, they've surprised quite a lot of people, I think, by staying the course, being up there in the top 4. They surprised you?
No, not at all, because they're a very good team. They play in a very similar way week on week. They've had a long, this season to work here with the manager from the very start of pre-season. They've got good players, good individuals, good way of playing, and there's no fortune in what they're doing. They very much deserve to be where they are in the league. So
exciting challenge to take them on in front of your own supporters?
Yeah, for sure. It has to be exciting for us because we've got ourselves in this position. We have, as I say, can continue with the belief of how we've been playing in front of our home crowd. We have to believe in ourselves. We have to give every drop going into the international break to try and get the result that we want.
Yeah, always keen to get a decent result in the last game before an international break.
Yeah, I mean, it's always great, but I think if you'd have asked me 10, 12 games ago, where will you be going into the break, and you'd have said where we were, I would have absolutely been happy. But we're here now. We have one more game before the break. Absolutely, if we could get the right result, it would be good for confidence.
10 games to go. Do you have a points target? Do you operate like that?
No, because I think it's all relative to how others do. We can control what we do, and the only way to control that is to focus on the next one in front of us.
And your injuries were clear. We know we've got a few little niggles now, which I suppose are inevitable. But where Ben Sheaf and Brandon Thompson-Sante, where are they?
Yeah, they've had niggles this week, so we'll know where they are after today's training session.
Have they got a chance for the weekend then, do you think?
We'll see today.
And obviously Haji, Wright, we're going to talk to him. He's got that 90 minutes under his belt. Does it take he's been out for 4 months, a long time, but does it take a little bit longer for a striker sometimes to sort of get back into full sharpness?
I think it depends on the player. He's been out for a long time. We have to understand that, but he's also now come on at Oxford for a period of the game, came on against Stoke for a period of the game and got 90 minutes at Derby, which is great for him. And it's not easy. It's not easy for whatever your position to come in at this cutting edge stage of the season, having missed that time. But Haji's worked hard, and he'll get better and better for sure. So yeah, he's in a good place considering the injury that he's had.
You have the issue obviously with Brandon Thomas-Asante. Are you still managing him with his toe injury? Is that still the case?
Sorry, with
With Ephraim Mason-Clark.
Yeah, we're still managing that. It's a sore one for him. So sore but pliable. So we're managing it, and we'll manage it for this weekend, and then hopefully the break does him. But we'll definitely do him the world of good.
So do you prefer Wright on the left side or through the middle, Haji? Do you have a preference of any?
No, I think I haven't worked with Haji long enough. I've got a good understanding of his attributes. I know his history of where he's played for the club, but all managers maybe have different things that they demand or want on and off the ball. So I have to consider those things. He's certainly got the capability to do both roles, and at times it will be how it fits in the team and the other personnel around him. But there's no coming away from the fact that he's a really big player for this team and squad. So we'll find the best for him to help the team.
And coming up the international break, Jada Silva and Kai Andrews both in the full Wales squad. Great for them.
Really happy for both of them. Kai for his first call up. I think he's, we follow him, and really good reports back from how he's doing there. So it's well deserved. Great recognition for him, and be great for his confidence and how he feels about himself. So a good story of a positive loan, the right loan for the right player at the right time, and he's got himself in there.
Yeah, he played 90 minutes on Millwall beat Rangers. That's been a great experience for him.
Absolutely, that's what it's all about. For young players to go and compete at that level and be exposed to atmospheres, conditions, that higher level stuff, rather than just training or playing 21s. If their players have got it in them, then it can be a great pathway, and it's going well for Kai in a minute.
You got a couple of others away. I mean, you obviously will have experienced this a lot in your career, that when you play for your club week in, week out, and then you go away and play international football. Is that almost like a break in that, I suppose, it's a break from your teammates, it's a break from the run-of-the-mill of the league, but obviously you have different pressures, don't you? But is it a good thing in some ways that you can sort of switch off from your day-to-day stuff? Yeah,
I think it is and should be always positive to go and represent your country for what it means. And as you say, it's a break in certain terms and environment. It's also recognition for what you're doing. So I'm very happy. We've got a good balance here. Some players that will go, and I'm happy for them, go and represent your countries and play again and train and get different, hopefully good feelings. Some that maybe need a bit of rest, who aren't travelling, which is good also. Some players in our squad have played a lot of games back to back. And then some players that hadn't been in so much, or maybe have had injuries or issues, that gives them time to get over it. So we'll balance it out over the 2 weeks and try and find the right schedule and use the break as well as we can for everybody.
Good to be back.
Yeah, happy to be back in the mix. It's been a long time since been here. Been able to be on the pitch with my teammates. So yeah, feels good.
With the injury, did you sort of know straight away that it was going to be quite a long one?
Not initially. We thought it was going to be long, but we didn't think 4 months. So yeah, it was a bit frustrating when that news got delivered to me. But at the end, it is what it is, and you can't really change the time frame of it.
And what do you like during that period? Do you get frustrated? Are you a good watcher, or what? When you're trying to get back to fitness?
I'm good at hiding my emotions, so yeah, you could say I'm a good watcher. I just kind of do my best to keep it all inside.
But now you're back and you got 90 minutes against Derby. That must be good to get that under your belt.
Yeah, after such a long time to play a game, it just felt really good. Starting finally. Unfortunate how the game went and the result of it, but again, it felt great to be out there.
And does it take a little bit of time, particularly as a forward, to get you sort of match sharpness back? Do you need quite a few games?
Yeah, hopefully in my case, no. But, I think depends on the player, really, and the style of play of the team. So, yeah, I guess we'll see.
How did you feel? Yeah, obviously disappointed with the result, but physically, how did you feel after the 90 minutes against Derby?
I felt okay, actually. I mean, we'd done about 2.5 weeks of build-up training before I was a part of the Oxford game. So I felt pretty fit and pretty strong.
And in your absence, the team's done pretty well. I must be pretty impressed with the results they've strung together.
Yeah, I mean, really good. I think it was 9 out of 10 they'd won.
Yeah.
Bar the Leeds game. So I think, yeah, that's amazing for them.
So the important thing now is that the derby result doesn't knock you off your stride.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think it'll hopefully mentally affect us very much. I think we have a strong, mentally strong group of players and changing room staff, and I think we'll bounce back from it.
I'm sure there's still a lot of confidence out there, is there?
Yeah, definitely. I think over the past 11, 12 weeks, there's no reason to not be confident.
Particularly when you see yourselves in the top 6, which is the ambition. It must be good to see that.
Yeah. I mean, that's the goal for the end of the season. So we want to do our best to stay in those positions.
It's funny how things work out, but the next game is against Sunderland, where of course it's at Sunderland where you got the injury. So you think you owe the ball in the way.
Full circle moment, kind of. But it's just how life works out. I'm getting excited to be back on the pitch, and hopefully I can get some minutes.
Your injury aside, it was a decent game at Sunderland for the team, coming back from 2-0 down to draw 2-2. That give you confidence out of this game?
I mean, we know what they're capable of, and I'm pretty sure they know what we're capable of. So it'll be a good game, and hopefully we're just able to come out on top of it.
Because the next 3 games, of course, are against top 4 teams. Do you look at that with dread or with excitement?
Excitement, personally. I think it's a good gauge to test ourselves upon, and they're important games for the overall end of our season. So I think we'll have to come out the end of it, in a positive way.
Do you feel at the end of those 3 games you'll have a good idea of where you are as a team?
Yeah, probably. I think it's been a long season, so I'm pretty sure we know who we are as a team. I think the 3 games will kind of just give her a better idea of where we'll end up in the table on the last day.
And in terms of where you play, obviously you play on the left in front, the left of the front 3, or in the middle. Efren's done particularly well on the left. And do you have a preference of which of those positions you play?
No, not really. I just excuse me. Just want to be a part of it. Missed so many games and so many minutes. I just want to be back on the field playing.
I think you're still championship top scorer for the team, so you want to do that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And it's international break coming up. Are you not going away this break, are you?
No.
Is that something you're looking to, obviously, to get back on track again, your international career?
Yeah, 100%. I take pride in representing the national team, so that's something I want to do in the future.
But when you, just as you get it very often, then having sort of 2 weeks without a game, will you enjoy that in a way?
Yeah, I mean, having not played for so long, I'm kind of itching to be a part of games and everything, so I'll do my best to enjoy it, yeah.
Will you stay here or will you travel, do you know? Or has that been decided?
I'll be here in England, yeah.